Christian University Door Lane United FC. Please stand for the starting lineups.
Come back for. No? Yeah.
And now for the starting lineup for Lane United FC. Number 18, goalkeeper, Jose Luis Subitra. Number 19, a defender, Dion Jones. Number 6, a defender, Dion Cox. Number 11, a defender, Sam Tweeton. Number 16, a defender, Alvaro Adon. Number 12, a midfielder, Casey Chapertal. Number 31, a midfielder, Hassani Dotson. Number 10, a midfielder, Jamie Morales. Number 8, a midfielder, Matthias Binder. Number 17, a forward, Anthony Macchione. Number 14, a forward, Matt Coffey. Lane United FC is coached by John Gallus. He is assisted by Connor Capoletti and Armando Fio. Tonight's match, Perot, who passed away earlier this week in Valencia, Spain. Now, please stand.
Careful, you don't want to end up like Kaepernick.
Lane United and the PDL, thank you for your cooperation.
And fans are entering the field. Families starting to show up as the rain clears. Oh, and just like that, a beautiful red balloon is set off into the sky. And the refs are getting set up as well. If you didn't catch the lineups, got some nice new players coming out for us.
Hey, buddy.
Looking to see how our players match up.
To see the first action of the Reds, although traditionally the Reds today in white shirt.
In white shirts, yes, with green numbers. No
And although it's a friendly, it's not competition. Competition is starting in a week, so you have to treat it the right way so you can starting to improve as a team.
All right, and Deion Cox brings this ball down comfortably. Throw it back to Sam Tweeter. Deion Jones. Over to Tweeter again. Chubbs back to Tweeden. Tweeden into Chubbs. Chubbs going to pick his head up, look to go forward, and he's going to drop it back. So all done. Defense just looks to switch the ball around and play it in the midfield. Hassan takes a couple touches into the midfield, creating some space. Deion finds some gap. Oh, good touch by Coffee. Oh, Hassan's into the box. Good defense by the NCU defender. And we're out for a goal kick.
Yeah, number 14, Matt Coffey, one of the more efficient and actually a more productive players last season for Lane United. So it's a great news that he is going to be part of this team during the summer. And roll for Matthew Coffey.
Goal kick for NCU, brought down by Coffee. Looks to play it over top to Match Only one time. Match Only brings it down with a good first touch. Going to hold it up. Good hold up play. Quick cross in. Dodson's almost on it and keeps trying to pick it up.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning at the beginning of the game, the fact that it's been raining for the few hours before the game, it's only making the field more and more interesting for good players. So I think we are going to have an up and down match with some.
Head out. Deion Jones heads it. Chubbs brings it down. Solid turn.
sometimes I think it's just they are not decisive enough. I think they are still shy as a team. Like number 7 right there, he had the opportunity to explode the space before, and he took a touch back, and yeah.
Morales with a quick one touch over the top. Marchioni in, takes it one-on-one with the defender, holds up play. Morales one touch into Coffee. Coffee turn, finds Dion breaking into the box. Dion going to one-time across. Oh, Marchioni on the other side, almost, to Morales. And the ball cleared out by NCU.
It's too easy for Lane United right now.
Dodson going to dribble through. We apologize for technical difficulties, guys. Again, the first game of the season, we're still working out the kinks, but bear with us. Free kick to Lane. Going to spray it out wide to Dion. Dion Jones. Jones back to Cox. Cox across to Tweeten. Sorry, to Bender. Bender takes a touch. Has time in this midfield. Chubbs turns and plays it out to Dion Jones. Jones looks for an early ball across into Coffee. Beautiful ball laid back off to Macchioni, and that's a great layup by Coffee. Oh, into Macchioni. Coffee tries to one-time it. Cleared out by NCU. Again, those nerves creeping into NCU's game, unable to clear out of the box with some mishits, some mixed kicks. Again, like you said, they're going to need to settle into this game if they look to actually create some opportunities against this Lane United club. Great touch by Adon, getting into space. He's going to braid the defender. Pick its head up and find Macchioni at the top of the box. Ooh, touch got away from him a little bit there. Bender's going to take a one-time hit off the defender. Laid off to NCU. And NCU, defender trying to go backwards and just going to play it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's already 16 minutes into the game, 1-0 for Lane United, and NCU is still trying to figure out a way to not be all the time absorbing press from Lane United. Yeah, we'll see how the game develops in the next 15 minutes of this first half, because I still think that NCU needs...
Morales across. Ooh.
Yeah, needs to release pressure by producing a goal opportunity and getting some confidence back. Let's see what happens next.
For those of you unfamiliar, good 1-2. Macchioni in the box, looks to finish, and a beautiful finish from Macchioni. Great 1-2 between him and Coffee. Coffee and Macchioni might be a good combination over the season. They can continue to leak up like this.
Yep. Coffee continues with his excellent form. He played an excellent season for UP last summer with Lane United. He's a solid player in the NCAA. One of the best players, in my opinion, in the midfield in NCAA all over. So Macchioni, he's utilizing his time. Jordan Jones is on the bench, and they are gonna be competing for the position as forward for Lane United. So this is what you want for a friendly game. I honestly don't care too much if it's considered friendly. You have to treat it the right way, and Macchioni is doing it what he should be doing.
And little missed pass there by Morales. Blue ball. Going to look to play it deep to the forward feet. Forward, Chubbs played it back to Tweeten. Tweeten's going to play it back to keeper. Subarats. Easy to Tweeten to Chubbs. This is what we're talking about with build-up play, guys. And ladies and gents, another easy pass out to Jones. Spread the defense. If you see what the spread is here between the wing back, if you find Alvaro Adon, which they look to be finding, he was getting farther up the field on the left wing. Casey Chubb dropping back into the center between those defenders. Is to spread this defense out, pull them in to those spaces and create some gaps along the wing and in behind the defense. And great turn by Morales into the midfield. And good fight by Bender. Adon gonna drop back and drop it back to Chubbs. Chubbs finds Coffee. Coffee back to Dotson. Out to Jones. Jones gonna look to play Coffee in the wing, the channel. Coffee just a little hold-up play. Finds Dotson across, and notice how the lane is just kind of picking their spots, playing in behind the defense, and then recycling it, swinging it back around. But you see a lack of patience on the NCU, trying to play a little bit more direct, play in over the top, and really get into those dangerous spots. And Lane's been able to just kind of pick it apart. Keeper throw out to the right defender. And Bender on the ball again.
Poof. Yeah, NCU is not keeping the ball time enough to really pick the right spots for their attacking players. So it's been, I think, a little disappointed so far. And I'm sure the coach is already thinking somehow what can we do to move forward and maybe to tweak some of the things that we had prepared before the game, because it's not working so far.
Yeah. Over top, Coffee. Dotson's going to have a little time, let the ball roll out of bounds. Going to recycle it back.
Yeah, and now on the other side, Hassani Dodson, he had already experience in PDL, and I think he's feeling very, very comfortable. It's his first game with Lane United, and that's a really positive thing for Lane, because again, this team is competing next season.
Okay, run by Morales, 1-2
next week.
Tierny.
Sorry.
Morales across, Coffee back post, and header just wide. And what you're saying about Dodson being confident, we'll see who fits into the squad as the season progresses. But it looks. What do you think of Morales and Coffee and Dodson and Bender and Chubbs all linking up? They're looking pretty confident in the middle of the field right now.
Yes, absolutely. Miralles and Binder just transferred to OSU, so Miralles, Binder, and Dodson right now they are teammates. So there is already some confidence between them. Then Casey, Chasfer, and Binder, they know each other from previous seasons as well. But as you said, it's not easy the first game of the season to connect the way they are connecting, and it's a really positive thing. But at the same time, it's what Lane needs for next week. 2 games in Canada. And
there's another giveaway by NCU out of the backfield. Again, what we've talked about, pointed out time and time again, is the pressure. Lane has had tons of times to possess the ball out of the backfield, and NCU seems pressured, and once again playing very direct into those corner channels, trying to get the ball to the corners to the forward's feet. And once again, Tweeten has plenty of time to just take an easy touch to Don. Don's going to take a touch, cycle to Bender. Bender back to Tweeten. And again, no pressure from NCU. Iñaki, we're going to have to see some pressure on these defenders, from these Lane United defenders, to really see what they're capable of. If NCU doesn't start really pressing them, I think it's going to be a
that's a good
park.
point. They are not getting the challenge they would like to get, or at least John Gallas would like for them to get in this game so far.
Oh, and a pretty ball from Bender up into Macchione. Macchi going to take a hold-up touch. Don sprints into the box, picks his head up, looks for Coffee. Coffee diving header. Almost great save by the keeper. One-hand save by the keeper. Ball played of NCU. Rough touch from the center mid. Lays it back. Good touch. Number 10 is going to take his time. Lay it back easy to the keeper. And another missed kick by the keeper. This time out for a corner. Yeah,
that's another sign of the way NCU is feeling so far. Just overwhelmed, too much pressure on them, and they cannot get away from their box basically. So only more goals to come for Lane United.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Coffee's come close twice now, each time with his header for not a very big guy, honestly. Header across the box. Macchione comes out of the box. Dodson out to Coffee. Coffee going to pick his head up, look for the box, look for a cross. Ooh, back post. Just swing across the defense. Tweeten's going to keep it in. Tweeten picks his head up, cycles it to Bender. Bender's going to take the defender on one-on-one. Works it out with Tweeten. Tweeten recycles. And Don looking early in the box to Morales. And it's going to be a bit of a handball.
Yeah, another thing we will have to say is that both teams have agreed to follow the rules of the NCAA, so there can be re-entries from one player in each half. So we'll see a lot of change, especially in the second half, but we might also see some subs already in the first half, if the game continues this way.
Touch into the gap by number 11. It's going to come in. Great slide and tackle by
they will have the first intervention by a center back by Lane United.
And Dodson with a little bit of a push.
And I want to emphasize this moment, because I think this is what when the games can give a chance to NCU. You haven't been successful with the ball in the feet, and now you have a set piece, and you can produce a chance and start feeling better about yourself in the game.
Yeah. And ball played early and long into the box. Keeper, Subritz. Looks like he's going to get away from him, able to get his hands back on the ball. Coming out strong there.
Thank you to Fit for 90, Lane United's official player monitoring system that allows our coaches and trainers staff to monitor our players' health.
Big
and
boot from
prevent
Subritz.
injuries through early detection. Visit fitfor90.com to learn more.
And there's just another point of switch, not needing to play so direct. Dion Jones gets the ball in attacking position, plays it long and direct across to Adon. He's going to get the ball back. Another one played out to the wing, and they're just getting freedom on these wide channels all day.
Yeah.
Dion looks early. Head out. NCU going to look to counter.
That's a great ball.
It looks like it's going to get into the gap, and NCU player is going to pull up and let the ball roll out.
Oh, it was a good idea, not such a good execution, but it was a good idea, and that's what NCU has to do. Try to attack, try to put some pressure on Lane's defense or on Lane's organization, because as you mentioned, their two fullbacks go high very, very soon. So there is a space in between the fullbacks and the center backs, but unless NCU keep the ball a little bit more on their feet, it's not going to be easy. And as we were mentioning before, the subs are already warming up, and we might see, with this result, we might see some subs even in the first half.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to say Dodson into Coffee. NCU going to play it out. Morales on the ball. Dion on it. Dion Jones going to play it back to Subritz. And then Don's going to barely, and that's going to be judged out of bounds. Well, let's see if these, like you said, Iñaki, let's see if these substitutions come with a change of game plan as well. It's going to be a free kick for NCU. About 45 out. And
number 13 is on the right flank. He had time and space, but doesn't look like he's going to get the ball.
And they're going to play it in deep again to a bit overmatched Lane United, a bit overmatched NCU front line against this larger Lane United back line. Oh, a little chippy slide there. Played over the top one time. The Macchione in yards of space, takes a touch, going to hold up play. Looks to find Coffee. Bit of an easy giveaway. And what you'll find with part of Macchione's game is he finds himself getting in some good spaces. He knows how to create space and find the gaps, but he's a bit of more of a hold-up, post-up big guy. And he can look to get in the box and finish.
Absolutely.
Not run at players so much. And Iñaki, as we've seen, it seems like NCU seems to be giving him that freedom to kind of take the time to hold that ball up and find Coffee, who's been super dangerous in creating from that midfield spot. Yeah,
I think between the defensive line and the midfield line, NCU should have figured out before who is picking Matt, who is picking Miralles.
And Alvaro Adon free along this left wing again. He's going to take an early shot and it's going to go high and wide. But once again, Iñaki, we see it. These wing backs getting into acres and acres of space and able to really attack this back line at will.
Yeah, there is an issue of communication. You know, you have your idea before the game. You have your game plan. You have your formation, and what I can see from here, what we can see from up here, is that NCU is still keeping 3-4 defenders basically around Macchione. So there are time and space for the other players that are marked in the midfield, and so you are basically putting your guys defending the guys on the receiving end, but not defending the ones that are generating all those attacking moves. So until NCU figure out that thing, is going to be really difficult for them.
And speaking of, that was the first string of that was probably 5-6 passes that we've seen NCU string together and actually look to switch the point of attack and get the ball over to the other wing of the field, which barely went out of bounds, but they're actually starting to look like they're getting some ideas and start building up from the backfield and do some link-up play that can actually get them in some dangerous spots. And once again, we'll see if these soon-to-be substitutions will bring some changes in the game, as well as some changes of tactical approaches.
Well, the thing is that the substitutions, the only players that are warming up are from Lane United. We don't have players warming up from NCU. Yeah, we have one or two. Yeah, okay, yes. So yeah, as you said, hopefully there is not the need that the substitution have to come. You can also just tweak a couple of players in your formation right now, and I think that will help.
That's going to be looks like a bit of a foul, a little grabbing from behind, and it's going to be a free kick for Lane United in a dangerous spot, about 25 yards out. And as you were saying, those tactical changes, as we see the freedom given by the midfield players to kind of be a more free-flowing a unit. As you see Morales not afraid to slide over to the side of the pitch. Oh, he's going to take the free kick early. Ooh. The ref's going to call it back. And he's going to get another chance.
Yeah, that's actually interesting because Matthias Binder has more experience in Lane United, and I think it's an interesting thing that Miralles is taking these free kicks.
Well, stepped up in Coffee one time, and it's going to be high and over the net. Like you said, Binder and Morales both lined up for that, and it seems Morales seems confident stepping up to take that. But we'll see if they start switching off as the season progresses. Mm-hmm. And they're going to play. NCU's going to play it short out of the back. Binder takes a few touches, and once again we see that pressure from Lane, and it's going to force the NCU to go direct over the top. Coffee with a nice little move and going to slide past the defender.
And now Coffee on the left flank. He is all over, and NCU hasn't figured out him yet.
Yeah. Ooh, and a deflection off the cross from Alvaro Adana. It's going to be a corner for Lane. Iñaki, you pointed out this free-flowing role for Coffee, and so far it seems to be working like gangbusters. He's creating a lot of havoc in the front and wide channels on this defense. You're familiar with this game. I mean, we have substitution going on right now.
Yeah, Jordan Jones has come in for Anthony McKinney.
Corner taken. Goalie comes out. He's going to receive it.
So one forward out, one forward in, and we'll see. McKinney is 2-0 versus Jordan Jones. Let's see if he got the challenge that McKinney has put in front of him. And then about Coffee, I am not discovering anything. His season in NCAA has been sensational. He has been the captain of University of Portland the whole season. And
another strong win in the defensive end by Dion Cox. He's been, like we said, the few amount of defensive challenges, he's come up strong and showed his caliber. They're going to play in deep in behind the defense. And this looks like the first sniff of opportunity from NCU. They're going to get the ball back in a dangerous position. Winger's going to look to take Jones on one-on-one and play it early, kind of into Tweeten. Ball trickles into the keeper. And Supers has time to hold the ball.
That was a good movement by NCU. And then number 7, I think he was looking for someone on the right flank to go in attack, but no one was utilizing that space. So hopefully NCU gets a little bit more aggressive and just take a little bit more risk. I think it might be funny. There he goes,
Jordan Jones with a good hold-up play. Takes a touch past the defender. He's going to scoot past another. Finds Coffee. Coffee going to go right back to him. Oh, dangerous touch by the center back. He manages to get it out. Coffee brings it down with a nice touch and off his chest. Has a few defenders swarming. Finds Dotson, who they seem to have a good understanding. Finds Coffee again. Coffee to Morales. Morales back to Coffee almost, and the keeper's going to come out.
Coffee maker.
Coffee maker. Well, we're going to see. What's going to be interesting now to see with the transition if Jordan Jones and Coffee link up as well as Macchione.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. I mean, Coffee's generating so much. Let's enjoy and take advantage of this because there he goes again.
Ball to Jones. Jones one time against the keeper. Ooh. Keeper with the save.
Yep.
He's going to take a touch. Jones pressuring. Play the ball out and wide for a throw-in. And as we're saying it, Jones getting broken into space by another soft, easy coffee touch.
And Jordan just has pace. He has a nose for goals. So now that NCU has received goals, and he's gonna have chances. He's gonna have more chances.
And going back to some of the potential ills of the NCU squad, they look to be playing, looking to find that number 23's feet consistently, the forward, similar to what we saw with Coffee and Macchione at the beginning of Lane United, but they have Coffee playing in behind. The 23 seems to be lacking support, and the wingers try to play it into him. Doesn't seem to be successful, but maybe they can alter some things and find what seems to be plenty of space down these wide channels. And maybe even mimic Lane in the idea that get some of the overlaps as we see right now. Number 11 seems like he could get into some space behind overlap number 7. And we find Coffee into space with a nice flick to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones going to take a one. Oh, touch and just deflected by the keeper. And that's going to be a foul.
Well, one thing is putting the ball in the net, and another thing is creating the chances. And I think Jordan Jones has been in the game three minutes.
Yeah.
And he has had already three chances probably.
Yeah, that's a chance a minute.
All of them produced by Coffee. So, sometimes you don't need rocket science to figure out the game. And this is one of those situations, basically.
Yeah. Well, it also doesn't hurt to have Coffee behind you, apparently.
Absolutely.
A little miscommunication between Jones, and Jones going to win it back, though. NCU finally going to keep the ball, look to link up, 1-2. Use the wide channel. Number 7 going to take on the defender and look to find that overlap. Oh, and he's going to turn away into their gap again. Again, we've seen number 7 pass up that link-up play and that overlap on that wide channel. There, NCU's going to try to swing it wide across the field. Yeah.
Now, that... Oh, okay.
Good body by Bender, but the ball's going to be given away. It's going to be Morales a little late. He's going to catch the defender right on the ankle, and he looks hurt. That looks painful.
All that said, and all those chances created by Lane United, this is still soccer. And so if NCU somehow gets a chance and put the ball in the net, somehow we have a game again.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
What happens in these last 7 minutes, 8 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, the old adage, 2-0 is one of the most dangerous scoreline in footy. So don't get too comfortable. One goal and it's 2-1, and very quickly turns the other way. And good touch. Ooh, looks to go for a shot from number 7. That's first real shot. That their first real attack on goal there?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
But he rushed the shot. He had more time to probably wait for the ball to get down a little bit, so he could have a much cleaner shot. But subs now for NCU in these last 7 minutes of the first half. We'll see.
And they're going to play it short. Cox to Chubbs to Tweeten. Again, we see Chubbs with this roll dropping deep, playing almost like a third center back, letting these wing backs get high. And you see how Alvaro Don combining with Morales. Oh, look, a little combination play from NCU, and they get the ball switched to the other side. But again, going direct, and almost looks like he's going to catch Tweeten now, but he deals with it comfortably.
Look, right there.
Flick to Jones. Yeah. Dodson holds up. Finds Jones going through again. A little flick behind his standing leg, and looks like he's going to almost get it back. And it's going to be judged a handball.
Yeah. So in the previous play, the two center backs, Sam Tweeten and Cox, they were too far away one from another, and just leaving too much space in between them. So, NCU should recognize those elements, because if they combine 2, 3, 4 touches, they can produce something. They can get dangerous for Lane United.
Yeah. And 13's going to fight off Morales. Morales going to catch another foul. Morales may need to be a little careful here. He's
Miralles, he's feisty.
He's got a few against him now. It's usually about 3 or 4 before you get that real warning. So And as the tempo builds, so do tempers. So we'll see how this game progresses. Maybe gets a little chippier as the game goes on. Hopefully not. And NCU is going to look to play another deep free kick into the box, and it's going to be headed out by Tweeten. Again, we've seen NCU look to play that deep free kick into the box, and I'm a bit surprised by that. They're a bit outmatched in the box, size for size, with Tweeten and Cox in there. Ooh. Oh, Cox with the ball goodbye, and NCU's in the box and shot, and just wide. Which might be a good deflection by Marias.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. You know, you have a small miscommunication, one touch here and there, and number 22 was right there in front of Selu Subirat, and so let's see now if NCU feels a little bit better and produce another chance, and we have more of a game in the second half.
Yeah. NCU with a corner. Number 5 steps up to take it. He's going to send it in the box. Met by Chubbs. Falls to an NCU player in the box. Drops it back to number 3. Takes a shot, deflected. And it looks like Marias is going to look to spring the attack via the wide channel to Deion Jones, who comes sliding. And the NCU defender plays it into number 5's feet. Looks to play it across into Alvaro Adan and 3 Lane United players in the center midfield. And a bender with the ball over the top, Jordan Jones. And the defender's hit body by Jordan Jones. Going to create some space, takes a shot. Oh, deflected, saved by the keeper.
Good save by the keeper, who has been having a tough night. I think that's a good save. Hopefully he gets some confidence as well.
Yeah. Let's also give some attention to great body play by Jordan Jones there. Turned something out of nothing using his body there and pushing the defender off the ball.
He's very powerful in the space with his pace and his presence. He's a handful for defenders when he's feeling it.
Coffee layoff to Marias to Jones to Dotson in a little bit of space, looking to find Coffee, takes a touch pass to the defender. He's going to look in the box, looks for Coffee across the middle, deflected and cleared out by NCU. And only 3 minutes left in this half as Lane looks to attack. A little build up in the corner here. Possess the ball, finds Morales to Coffee. Coffee one time across the box, and that's what we talked about. Macchione and Coffee seem to have that communication. Hopefully we can see Jones get into some dangerous positions there. Know that one time's coming across. But 2 minutes left in this half. LU leads 2-0, which has been a pretty comfortable and confident display so far. Iñaki, would you agree?
Yes. And as we were saying, it's a good feeling that one of your forwards scores a couple of goals and can bring that confidence for the next week in Canada, when the goals are going to count much more than today. So yeah, it's good offensively, especially. I think it's a good proof, or it's a good practice for Lane United so far.
Morales is going to beat 2 defenders, find Jones in the space. Jones finds Coffee with a nice turn, takes a shot on. It's going to be low and hard at the keeper. Played short and wide by NCU. He's going to right back to him, pick his head up and look to play it long again, and giving away in the midfield to Dodson. We've seen this quite a bit from the NCU defense, giving away the ball a little too cheaply in the midfield.
Yes.
They look a little outnumbered with Chubbs, Bender, Marias, Dodson, and all willing to compact and tighten up in that gap. Oh, nice ball by Bender. Finds Dodson. Dodson's going to shove off 2 players and turn out of space and trouble. Find Coffee. Good work by Dodson. It's Marias. He's going to spare it wide. To Alvaro Adan. Adan going to take on the defender 1-on-1. Good move by him. Gets into a space. We've seen them do this all day. Oh, looking to get the cross off and flubbed it a little bit. Alvaro Adan's been dangerous on this left wing.
It's offside.
And another offside for NCU, who look to spring a counter. Again, we've seen a lot of danger from these LU wingbacks as they've pushed that back line to rectify their gaps, and NCU has come up short quite often.
Yeah.
And the 45-minute mark, we find ourselves in added time.
I think they are doing the mark of 1 extra minute, so we have 50 more seconds of gameplay in this first half.
Oh, defender's going to find his way out. 3 defenders. Dotson releases Jones down the wing again. Jones looks across. Good ball. Headed out by the defense. Jones going to finds Coffee at the top of the box. Gets away from him a little bit. Oh, good ball to Dotson. Dotson, tries a tricky heel flick to Coffee, and Coffee's going to hold up the defender, pull him back, and it's going to be a free kick for NCU.
Yeah, that was the manifestation of Lane United players feeling too comfortable, right? Probably that play needed to be finished, and they were just doing some extra fancy work around the box instead of finishing the play.
Yeah, we've seen the Lane United midfielders comfortably beat 1 or 2 players at a time with the ball at their feet.
And that whistle means it's halftime with the score: Northwest Christian 0, Lane United FC.
And we'll call halftime there, and with Lane United leading 2-0 over the NCU Beacons. Solid half by Lane United with 2 goals to Macchione. Both assists by Coffee?
I could not tell, but regardless the number of assists, he has been instrumental for pretty much every single play, and he has been the one giving the last pass in pretty much every single opportunity for Lane United. For Macchione, for Jordan Jones, for Dodson.
Yeah.
So, it's been a collective effort from the whole midfielder, but Coffee has been sensational, and I think that offensively Lane United has shown the best of his game in this first half.
Yeah. So a solid performance, solid first half, first game of the season from Lane United, and we'll look to get second half underway after a short break here.
Congratulations.
Well, listen, Buster, you better start to move your feet to the rockiness, rock steady beat of madness. 1 step beyond.
Good job.
Upcoming August Youth Summer Camp. Camps are open to boys and girls of all abilities, ages 8 to 14. Head over to laneunited.com/camps to learn more and sign up your kids today.
You're good. I don't for right now. You're just getting ready.
We should stay here until this gets super. Yeah. It's fine. Or?
Tell him to flatten out the bag.
Flatten it. All I need all day. I'm going to be down at the south side.
All right, you guys are good?
I think so. Check.
Welcome back.
And welcome back. We are at Bob Keefer Stadium for Lane United exhibition, first game of the season against Northwest Christian University. Lane United currently leads 2-0 at half, and much to the chagrin of the NCU being down 2-0, the rain has returned as well.
What about that beautiful arcobaleno?
We have a beautiful double rainbow happening, which is shining brightly on Lane, who has possessed well in the first half, as we saw 2 goals by Anthony Macchione, with great link-up play combining with free roaming midfielder Coffee.
Yeah. This is one of those moments in which I think every one of us, or at least me, would prefer to be playing instead of being just on the stands.
Yeah, it's Lane is getting their having their way in the midfield today, and it does look fun between Casey Chubb-Fertile, Hassani Dodson, Matthias Bender, Jaime Marias. There's been a great combination build-up play starting out of the backfield, where we've seen clearly the intent for Bender and Chubbs to drop back in between the center backs and create some width as they look to spray the ball out wide to the advancing wing backs. They've found a lot of success with those wide channels, Iñaki.
Absolutely. NCU hasn't figured out how to defend that plan of attack by Lane United, and I hope NCU tweaks or change again a couple of things that I think they could do. And I think one of the things that NCU could do is just eliminate one of the defenders that they still keep in the back 4, do probably a back of 3, or just being more fluid in that kind of line of 4, which was too static, defending only one forward. So they can match up a little bit better in the midfield, and they can be just more aggressive and putting more pressure on the Lane United defenders, on the Lane United midfielders. As you were mentioning before, the biggest issue was that Chaps, Matthias Binder, Dodson, all of them had tons of time, and so they were just freely operating in the half of NCU.
Yeah.
So hopefully we change a little bit. We see a little bit of change of attitude by NCU, and we still see a very competitive second half.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, we did also see the game start to get a little chippy there towards the end of the first half, and with some warnings and only one yellow card shown. But I think the refs will remember that coming into the second half.
Yeah, I'm not gonna claim that you have to go for the chippiness, but I want to see some fire from NCU.
Yeah.
I would say that, if you are part of NCU, you want to play this game, you want to show yourself, you want to enjoy this game. And we have seen in the first half some players just talking to each other, but being a little bit discouraged. So hopefully they have re-energized, have talked to each other and have said, okay, let's have a positive attitude regardless the score, and let's enjoy this opportunity because it's a good moment for them, and I think that so far it's been only happiness for Lane United.
Yes, yeah. Again, just looking at the demeanor of players walking back on the field, the Lane players look upbeat, look ready to play, happy to get back on and push on with the second half. But as we made the point earlier, 2-0, one of the toughest halftime score lines, as we saw early. Not earlier, but late into that second half, a couple chances where NCU was almost able to sneak in a quick counter and catch a goal there.
Yeah, and then the game changed at least for some minutes. And again, Benny Flores, NCU coach, I'm sure he has basically the same goal that Coach Gallas has, which is just utilizing this opportunity to be better, to be more competitive, regardless the score, regardless the situation, and I hope NCU applies that in this second half. And then we also have to check how Lane United comes back from the locker room. Okay, if they feel just satisfied or if they want to put more pressure, and I hope it's this second option, the one that Lane United chooses. And right now we see already that we are going to have two forwards up there, right? Jordan Jones and McKeowney.
Yeah, so the competition's over. I guess they're just united now.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. We are going to go with the lineups, but I think it's good to me to see that there are not many subs, and I think that's the right approach to this game, because you are playing in a week. One game on Friday, one game on Sunday, and those are competitive games that you don't wanna miss opportunities. You don't wanna miss points in the first and second game of the season.
Yeah. So we see a few adjustments here on the half of Coach Gallas.
Number 21 is Vicente Mora, also returning from last year from Valencia area, and then
we're going to see Hassani Dotson move to the bench there.
Yep.
Oh, and we've got the second half underway. And already we see a different approach from NCU, actually pressuring this back line, which we did not see at all in the first half. We pointed out some important flaws and potential tactical changes that could be made in the second half. Iñaki, how important do you think will this the choice to press this Lane United defense? As we see a ball played over the top, and Macchione going to sneak in, and he's going to get the hat trick there. Oh, beautiful finish from Macchione.
Well, okay, 40 seconds in the second half, and this is not very encouraging for NCU, and this is great for Macchione. He's having a day that he's going to remember ever, I would say. First game with Lane United, three goals, and so so far so good for him, and so far so good for Lane United. Hopefully NCU forgets the score and try to do what you were saying, trying to apply more pressure and trying to make the best of these 44 minutes in the second half.
Ball played wide, and we see a little bit of the players slipping, and we'll look for this as they progress. The weather's cleared up, but there was a bit of a torrential downpour there for a little bit, and it has wet.
I mean, it's cleared up, because it's already under our shoes, maybe.
It's a little wet. But it seems wet on the field as well, and we're going to see the ball skip a bit as we see.
We said it at the beginning of the game that it was good for the game. And, the field gets quicker and it makes the game more up and down. And
good flick on by Macchione, and Jones going to take the ball, a little flick behind the standing leg, hold up the play, and finds a good back heel to Coffee. Coffee goes the one time across. Oh, and good header out by NCU's back line. Number 7 missed the settle there, and they're going to play it easy back to Subritz.
Yeah, the other thing is that Matthias Binder is not in the field, so now Coffee is going to play one of his multiple positions he's able to play. He's more a right midfielder, and then as a center midfielders, we have still Casey, and in front of him Miralles. But Mora will play also in that central position.
Good job by Moore. A little miscommunication between Moore and Marias. But one thing we'll also see with these two forwards out here now, like you said, bit of a spreading, but it doesn't seem like they're necessarily playing wing mids. They're still playing kind of four center mids who are kind of able to interchange a bit.
As you were mentioning, the thing that they want to do is just allowing a space for the fullback. So that's why Coffee and Mora gets inside to allow that space for Adan and for Dion Jones.
And Super's going to spray it wide to Cox. Cox takes a touch, finds Jones's feet. Jones looks for a flick, and NCU's going to come up with it. A little grab by Jones. Finds NCU turns, finds the forward's feet. Forward turns and looks to spray it wide across, and easy touch from Adan, but almost loses it there in a dangerous position.
Yeah.
And the ball stays in off the flagpole, and Mora's going to play it out. NCU steps up, catches the ball in midfield, brings it down, finds number 4's feet, 4 turns, looks to find 7 along this wing. He's going to hold up. Cox is there. A stop made by Cox out for a throw-in. little slip on the throw-in there. Play it in. Mucky on it. Drops back. Oh, almost finds Jones' feet. Played out wide to NCU right back, who finds center mid. Played back into the wide channel. Looks for a cross early, and it's going to be brought down pretty easily by Cox. Chubbs plays it wide to Adan. Adan into the middle to Marias. And so far, Vicente Mora looking like still adjusting a little bit, settling into the game. Coffee on the ball, going to find Mora's feet. Mora turns into the defender, give away, and NCU's 23 is turned away, and a diving header. Good defensive play by Deion Cox. Coffee going to drop the ball back. Cox on the ball, back to Silberits.
Yeah,
Silberits with a poor clearance and going to go, gets a shot off. Oh, and that looked like it was destined, only slightly curling wide of the net. And it looks like he got the worst of it.
Now, 5 minutes into the second half, and regardless the goal that McKinney scored, I think that NCU is showing that they want to put a mark on this second half. They want to be more the protagonists in the second half than they were in the first half. Now, on the other side, I know it's still only 5 minutes, but I would say that Lane United is not showing the fire that they were showing in the first half. So hopefully, there are sparks during this second half, and Lane United keep pushing, because you have to utilize again this game for consecutive games and trying and taking it seriously as they did in the first half, and that's how you make it productive for yourself.
Yeah, and I think one way that we're seeing that is we talked many times, pointed out. Trying to actually utilize their wing backs and wing mids getting into these wide channels, and already we've seen a little bit of success using those and finding build-up play opportunities and kind of give and goes with their center mids. And currently we got Chubbs on the ball, who looks to play it over the top to Macchione, and it's going to be headed out by NCU. Drop back header. 10 takes a few touches, and he's going to be crowded. The ref's going to judge foul on Mora.
Yeah, hopefully. Vicente Mora is the only player that didn't play in the first half, because Jordan plays 15 minutes. So he's fresh. He has to prove himself. He wants to put a mark in this second half. So I hope he gets more involved and he gives that kind of a spark that I think Lane United needs. And so he makes it competitive, and in this case the Whites continue to be aggressive. Yeah. But this is good from NCU. Yeah. I'm happy to see that they are reacting in this second half.
And a missed throw due to the wet ball. This is the second one we've seen so far. In 23, he's going to take it and skip away to number 7. Yep. 7 just beyond him. He's going to sprint onto the ball. Keeper's going to come out. Super's play this just wide to Dion Jones. And again, we see very nipping close to the heels. And beautiful ball by Dion Jones to Jordan Jones, taking a touch and slows it up. in between three defenders, finds Macchione. Macchione back to Jones. Jones at the top of the box, finds out Vicente Mora. Morales going to take a touch into the space, finds it out to Macchione. Macchione's going to take a shot on and deflect it wide. Well, they looked like we were going to catch him on the break there. Be nice to see Jordan Jones maybe take that shot on a little earlier.
Absolutely. He got a couple of bodies of advantage with the center back. So yeah, that was a one-touch finish with the left foot. And when you don't play simple, the games punish you. And I think he didn't do what he usually does. Maybe because he's already 3-0. But I hope he keeps the fire inside of him, because he hasn't scored and Macchione has 3 already.
Well, the good thing is we see the promise there. We see what the pace he has, the strength he has, and
absolutely.
The thing is he settles into the games, the team settles into the season. Maybe we'll see him take that a little bit, take that in stride next time. And look at their quick sub for NCU, whose winger went down earlier with a kick to the ankle and seemed to be in a bit of a pain, and seems not to be judged to be able to carry on. Good defense by Deion Cox. Finds Chubbs. Chubbs plays it back to Super. Super's out to Tweeten. Tweeten's got acres and time. We've seen this again and again. And Deion Jones back to Tweeten. Tweeten Jones combined. Chubbs.
He went right up. He's like.
Well, right now, let's see if the play continues.
Good flick on the Coffee from Macchione. Coffee going to take his time, finds Macchione again on the wing. They have good understanding between the two of these players. And he finds Coffee back again. Coffee takes a touch around the defender. He's going to look to pick the ball up. Looks into the box. Sides against it. Looks like he's going to recycle it. Finds Macchione in the box, and Macchione, quick touch, and it's going to be a deflection out for a corner.
Yep.
Again, we see it again. Macchione and Matt Coffee, man, they are comfortable together. They seem to have a solid understanding of what the other's going to be doing.
Yeah, Coffee creates chances from every position, and yeah, he keeps generating for Lane United. It's really inspiring.
And corner going to be solid grab by the keeper, and he's going to throw it out quick to the winger, one-on-one with Tweeten. Tweeten's going to hold him up there. They're going to recycle, try to find 23 in the box. In the middle, Coffee holds it up, finds Mora. Mora's going to look to play it over the top to Macchione. Beautiful ball. Finds Jordan Jones, who's just going to slow up a little bit, hold the ball up, look to find a spot in the box, plays over the top, and it's going to be the keeper.
Great ball by Vicente Mora balling between the center back and the full back. And Macchione again trying to be generous with Jordan Jones. And I think the goal by Jones will come, or maybe it's one of those days in which you have a lot of chances around the box, but you cannot put it in the net.
We'll see. And it's going to be judged a foul in the midfield by a referee. I'm not really sure.
We don't know the names. I mean, I know some of the names of NCU, but I don't want to get confused because we don't have the roster in front of us. But I want to say that number 8 from NCU has shown ability to keep the ball, and he has also a certain presence for the team. So we have to mention also those strengths by NCU.
Yeah. Number 12. So we're back going to find number 10. 10, who's also been playing a bit of a holding role, dropping deep, has possessed and looks to play the ball wide, which he's done consistently throughout this match, being a link-up player and kind of an anchor in that center midfield role. The winger, number 5, barely going to touch it out of bounds, and number 5, local Springfield player.
Yes.
For NCU, who has been feisty down this wing and on the wing in the first half as well, and maybe could have gotten a few more opportunities had they looked to find him a little earlier.
Well, there are still 35 minutes, and that's exactly the right mentality. There are still many more plays to come, and hopefully NCU continues this way, because now they are also protagonists of this game. They are not only chasing the ball and chasing the game dictated by Lane United. And then the other thing, that the fact that Lane United put 2 big bodies up front, it's kind of it's not giving so much of a presence in the midfield. It's obvious the reason why, and so we have to see how this thing work out. And this is a practice, or this is a good training ground for young galas to.
Number 5 again for NCU wins another foul after picking it off of Alvaro Adan.
So again, this is a good moment for young galas to figure out things for the following games.
Yeah. And
will he play with 2 forwards up top? Will he play with one attacking mid, kind of the role Coffee played before?
And Deion Jones going to play the ball long and deep. And again, number 12 for NCU going to bring it down comfortably and find number 10 at that holding midfield spot. He's going to spray it wide to number 13. Takes a few touches. A little miscommunication. Number 5 going to see the ball played into the gap. Number 8 on the ball. Number 5 on the ball again. 8 takes it back to 10. He's going to recycle it. Hesitates. Finds back to number 8 in the middle. Touches it by a defender. He's going to flick it into 23. Actually in the box. Takes a shot on. Ooh, just high and wide.
Yes, excellent. You know, you have to prove your skills. I know every player in this NCU team is a very skillful player, and that's what they are doing now in the second half. You have to show it. You have to be aggressive. You have to be confident. It took a little bit too much time for NCU, but I think now they are feeling much better. And this is a much relevant competition for Lane United right now.
Yeah. It's good to see a good fight in NCU and actually see them take on those opportunities, like you said, not to shy away and look to actually attack and get in some good spots. And
look, now you get the ball back again.
Yeah, as we see this, we see Lane United be a little sloppy with the ball. You know, going up 3-0 early in the second half can also be the thing that kind of dismantles your focus. So let's see if we can regain a little bit. They've given away the ball a little easier in the midfield, and maybe they look to gain some possession, control the ball as NCU attacks again. Number 7 on the ball. Ooh, just a slight giveaway. And Morales going to look for him on the break. Macchione to Jones. Use the speed in the space. And Jones going to speed up on the defender. And the defender just going to get there. Played out by the keeper. 13 on the ball. Oh, a little turn. And that's going to be a foul on Macchione. He's got his ankles.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, and there's no harm, no harm there.
Macchione was just late.
Yeah.
And he got all the ankle.
Yeah. Good turn by number 13, who we've seen building confidence.
Yeah, exactly. It took time.
Yeah.
But and now he's in pain.
Yeah, now he's definitely in pain. And number 7 brings it down this wing again. Gonna hold it up and he's gonna pop it out of bounds.
Attention Lane United fans. For those of you
Coffee on the ball to Marias. Marias takes a touch into the gap. Finds Macchione on his feet. Macchione with a nice little dummy touch spin. Oh, and the defender's going to step on it and play the ball out of bounds.
But the other thing that we are seeing is, like, in this play, Alvaro Adan he's starting to feel his legs and he's starting to be tired.
Yes,
he can go all the way and just overlap like he will do in the first half.
Yeah. I think we're seeing that more on both ends as this second half progresses, whether that's tactical, legs, mental.
Everything.
We'll see if Deion Jones and Alvaro Don continue to tack up these wings as heavily as they did before in the first half. And Mora with a nice ball by Vicente Mora into Jordan Jones' feet, who just misses the ball. And and that's going to be a judge of foul for NCU.
Foul? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to be a foul on Jordan Jones, and NCU's going to get the ball played short. 12 on it again. So back, he's going to look to play a wide to 14.
Nice.
Go to number 10.
Yep.
10 again, turning into the gap. He's been solid for us, he's been solid for them in the center midfield, and just misses 23, looking to play in that forward feet. One thing that we saw them attempting to do in the first half, but not really doing with a lot of success is looking to find number 23's feet so he can bring the ball down and create some opportunities. And Alvaro Don gets brought down on the wing. We just talked about Adon's ability to get up the field, and
he's managing now when to go because his legs allow him only go every now and then, but he picked a very good one. It was a good ball by Casey Taffertal. And Dan is I mean, this is a very good and important game for him because, again, next week he's going to be playing away in Canada, some kind of level of competition and that he's unfamiliar or not too familiar because...
ball in from Vicente Mora and out by number 23 there. And a strike from Deion Jones is going to go just wide. And we see a little activity on the sideline. Looks like there's going to be a couple substitutions for NCU and a substitution for Lane United as well.
Yep.
And we approach the 63rd minute. Lane leads 3-0. After a strong first half, leading 2-0. Quick goal, counter-attacking goal by Anthony Macchione put Lane up 3-0. And since then, we've seen the game kind of even out a little bit.
And the game, well, I don't want to call those things, but just to make it short, the man of the match or the one generating the attacking for Lane United has been subbed out, Matthew Coffey.
Yeah, Matthew Coffey's been stellar this first match, and as he subs off. And it, Isma Fernandez subs in.
Isma Fernandez is in now. Another veteran for Lane United. This is his third season, if I am not wrong, for the Reds.
Yeah. This one's going to sub in for Matt Coffey and look to provide a similar creative spark here. Chubb's going to turn, find Marias into Vicente Mora. Mora with some space, going to turn Alvera down on this wing again, one time across. Jordan Jones, nice chest. Oh, and the ball just steps on it.
Goal.
And turns. Oh, just wide. Oh! And Vicente Mora is going to play the ball over the net. It's what we call a sitter.
What?
It's what we call a sitter. When ball rolls to you right in front of net.
We call very different ways in Spain, but in Spanish, but I will omit those words.
You know, it's sitting right in front of you.
Okay, yeah. But it was a good play.
Good play.
Playing inside, really good ball between Casey and Mora. Mora plays into space. Alvaro Adan recognized that now you have two forwards in the box. So first touch, he makes the cross, and then excellent move by Jordan Jones. The ball gets a little bit behind him, but it was everything good except for the finish.
As you pointed out and spoke of earlier, good turn by Vicente Mora. Jordan Jones is shaking off the rust a little bit, and we've seen some talent. We've seen his skill shown through. Alvaro Mora in the corner looks to play off and just flicks the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, this is good. Lane United again gets into the game, into the flow of their attacking end, and this is maybe also because he's in the game and fresh people, fresh mind, fresh legs, and hopefully they have an impact.
Yeah. Isma with a solid amount of pace is already seemed to be pressing up on that wide right, and what seemed to create a bit of that gap that Jordan was able to be exploited by Vicente Mora. Vicente Mora with a header into the defense. 12 deals with it. Clear it out. And Chubb's going to come through and win a powerful header. 13. Next going to be judged a foul against NCU on Chubbs. Chubbs looks to play it quick. Now he's going to lay it off to Deion Cox. Cox to Chubbs again. Chubbs into Mora. Mora seems to be finding his space just behind the defenders in that gap in the midfield again.
Mora is a very savvy and smart player. He's doing exactly what you just said. He's in behind the defenders, in between the two lines, the middies and the defenders, and Casey is finding him as well, because those are the smart players, and the smart players usually find each other.
Yeah, this is true. And a little press from NCU, who just nearly had a counter that seemed to be slowed up by a few too many touches on part of a newly introduced number 22 attacking player. And a header by 23, who's been solid for him and played one time in the gap, and Seven's going to give chase and pressure Cox, and Cox is going to go down, and that'll be judged throw-in for NCU. Has to be said, number 23 seems to be dropping back a little deeper into the midfield to give a little support. He's been
I think
been crucial.
That would be a smart move. Yeah.
He's been all over the field for them anyway, and seemed to have been their most attacking option since he's been dropping deep and finding success there, they're just going to drop him back and give him a little more support. 13 again, showing some solid skill, looks to put a cross in, and it's going to be headed out by Deion Cox. Morales finds a solid ball into Jordan Jones' feet, who uses his body well to hold up the ball. Has to be said, Jordan Jones, strong player, knows how to use his body, and a quick outlet to Isma. It's going to be turned away, and ooh, just scoots by number 7. Tweeting out to Alvaro Adan, does a little flick to keep it in. Into 13 on the ball. Finds number 22's feet. He's going to take a touch, give it away. And Subrits with the ball. Going to play it easy. Chubbs, who's dropped back into that anchor roll, the number 6. Plays out to Tweeton. Tweeton's going to play it back to Subrits as we in the 69th minute. And night had fell and the lights have come on. And Lane leads 3-0.
Yeah, the lights come on, you said?
Yeah.
Came on, yeah. This is soccer atmosphere. This is when the lights are on and the protagonists are in the stage doing their craft.
Yeah. Alvaro Vicente Mora with a nice little roll of the ball past the defender. Plays it easy back to Chubbs. Chubbs to Tweeton. Tweeton looks to play it long. Jordan Jones is going to chase down number 14. 14 plays it back to the keeper. Keeper is going to play a one-time out.
I like to see Jordan chasing the player, chasing the ball, because I think you have to show that. You have to show your fire to your teammates, to your player. And Jordan Jones is expected to be an important player this summer for Lane United, and he has to prove it from the first game. And I think he's doing it.
Oh, and a little slip-up by Alvaro Adan. And good challenge by Marias. Alvaro Adan's on it again. As we said, Alvaro Adan, I like his tenacity. He's been shown a lot of heart in this wing. Not just getting up and down the field, but winning strong tackles, fighting for the ball, fighting to keep the ball in play, contributing to the offense.
Yeah, I agree. And it seems that he's going to be a very reliable player for Lane. Someone you can count down every day, hopefully. Yeah. Miralles as well, as you mentioned. I like his feisty. He goes into the little battles in the midfield. Then he has poise with the ball in his feet. So hopefully he continue to prove this in further games.
Yeah. Well, see how things progress over the season, but thus far the technical savvy of the center mid trio quartet has been kind of the deciding factor. Good shot from Isma Fernandez from about 20 yards, 22 yards out, and a beautiful strike just underneath the bar.
Well,
and Lane leads 4-0 in the 70th minute.
That was a golazo.
That was a golazo.
That was a golazo. It's funny because last season he was the one shooting more and more and more, and he never got such a clean and beautiful shot like that one. So this is a beautiful start for Isma and for the people that like him here in Eugene, which I know that is a lot of people, and hopefully he can continue to contribute. But that was a sensational shot by Ismael Fernandez from Valencia.
Yeah, homegrown town.
Well, from that area, I don't wanna. I'm not completely sure. I will ask him later. And more confidence for the Reds for consecutive and following games.
Oh, of course. And Binder is back in the game. First touches on the ball.
Binder, oh yeah.
Back to Dixon.
And now they have switched a little bit, right? Casey now is really the diamond you were mentioning before. Casey is the holding on the left, Isma on the right, Matias, and Mora a little bit more central. More as an attacking mid.
Sorry to interrupt. Nice flick from Macchione, and Isma going to flick it back, and the ref's going to judge it out of bounds. But as you were saying, as we see Chubbs look to hold that anchor spot in the diamond, Binder gives us a little more reliability as a defensive asset as we go up. As Lane goes up 4-0.
And Casey Chaps Fertal has had another great and solid game. I mean, he has to be challenged in further games, but he is another very, very, very good player that he has proven in NCAA as well, and hopefully he's vital for this team this summer.
Another beautiful ball by Chubbs, and it has to be said, as you're pointing out, Iñaki, it's not always the guys who score the goals. Machione with a hat trick today. Isma Fernandez with a beautiful strike. Matt Coffey, the trecatista, if you will, creating the
trequartista,
creating the beautiful little balls in behind the defense. However, Casey Chubbs today has been the anchor that has kept Lane patient and kind of giving them an option at all times.
Always playing 2 touches maximum.
Yeah, 2 touches maximum.
If not one, yep.
Constantly finding those gaps to support the defense, to play in between the center backs, and giving the other midfielders an option out when they're in danger. Yep. And these are the small things that go a very, very long way in a long game and a long season.
Yeah, and him and his family has travel around, but he's from Eugene.
Local Eugene kid, graduated from South Eugene High School. And, so it's nice to see some homegrown talent out there.
Yeah. When the players are good, you have to say it, and then you can also say the hometown.
The hometown, yeah.
If they are good, yes.
And we're going to take a small break here. It looks like one of the NCU players has
cramping
pulled over the cramp
now.
Yeah, now the cramps begin as we enter the 74th. Again, 74th minute on a now clear, beautiful sunsetting night in Springfield, Oregon, at Bob Keefer Stadium, and Lane United leads 4-0 in the 74th minute.
And up to this point, I think Lane United performance has been solid, has been productive, and it's. I think that John Gallas has much more positive signs from this game. There are things that he hasn't been able to analyze probably in the defensive end, in terms of also defensive organization. But it is really good. Sometimes the game gives you a game like this, and you just get confidence and move on. And I think it's a really solid performance, except for maybe 5-10 minutes in the second half. It's been all the time Lane United with the feet in the
pedal.
In the pedal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's, like you said, it's also 10 minutes, and it seemed like Lane was able to buffer, handle the wave, and kind of regain composure. I guess the question is, Iñaki, if you as John Gallas, what do you tell your team after a successful, positive performance like this? What notes do you have for players who, for all rights and purposes, played a controlled and possession-based game, and seemed to have it figured out as far as what they wanted to do tactically?
Well, you just emphasize or remind them the things that have worked well, and we have mentioned already in the offensive end with the fullbacks occupying the spaces and the midfielders going into the middle areas of the field, and then also the ability to combine and always to create by keeping the ball. And so you remind those things, but then you basically continue to...
and a ball skips across the center of the box. Alvaro Adan just going to hit it a little far wide. And we have a substitution. We have a substitution. And Hassani Dotson will sub in for homegrown boy of the day, for Casey Chubbs.
Mm-hmm. Number 12, Casey Chubbs.
Yeah.
And Sonny Dotson, we saw in the first half, play very well, combined with that central group of Matt Coffey, Marias,
Chubbs, Binder, Chubbs,
and Dotson all linking up very, very well. Looks like there's a strong core of kind of central-oriented players here, and it'll be interesting to see how the season progresses, to see if they continue to play that kind of, even though they moved to more of a 4 across the midfield, at times dropping into a diamond and really using very centrally minded players who play a very central style, opposed to wingers who are looking to expose those gaps get down the wide channels and look for crosses, which we saw them utilize the wing backs for.
Yeah, and then we know that in actually in a couple of days, some players will get to Eugene in a week, and other players will get to Eugene. So players are gonna continue to get into the program and to get into the season. So John will have more options. Eventually, he might lose also some of the players, but at this point, with these players, as you were mentioning, the use of the fullbacks in attack is going to be one of the vital points of Lane United.
A good 1-2. Oh, good give and go out of the backfield, and we got a player down. Unfortunate deflection. And we have a substitution. We have Raul Segoviano. Subbed in for Alvaro Adan. Alvaro Adan, who's been on our lips all game. Player who showed a lot of tenacity today, and we're both really pleased with his performance.
Yes. And 75 minutes is enough.
No.
As your first game.
Yeah,
and then Raul Segoviano, he actually plays for NCU.
Oh.
So there are 2 or 3 players that have been practicing with Lane United during this week, and Raul is one of them, and is a product of the collaboration.
Isma to Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones breaks in the goal, and he looks to take one touch too many, and keeper gets a foot to it.
It's more a funny thing than any other thing, but Jordan just has so many options today.
Yeah.
Maybe today is one of those days for the forward in which you do everything except putting the ball in the net.
Well, you can only hope that if a player who's shown the skills they has, if this is an off day, then let's get excited for his on days.
I'm not worried. I don't think he should be worried, but
And NCU looks to counter, play at 22, and Tweeton easily handles it and going to drop it back to the keeper, Superats, who plays it out easy. Cox to Bender. Bender going to take a few touches and look to play down the wide channel to Deion Jones. Deion Jones a little bit behind him, gives it up, and NCU going to play it wide and look to play out the backfield and give it away. And Deion Jones 1-2 with Alvaro Vicente Mora. Played out by NCU. Dotson going to take a touch away. Plays it into Bender. Bender going to take a few high touches there. Looks like he's going to juggle his way out. And good defense by number 17 of NCU. Doesn't fall for the trickery of the dummy by Deion Jones. And Jones wins it back. Macchione to Mora. Mora tried to take out the volley. And Tweeden's going to take the ball in midfield as we enter the 80th minute. Last 10 minutes of the match as Lane United leads 4-0 at home at Bob Keefer Stadium. Attempted cross. Macchione is going to be snapped up by the defender and cleared out. Oh, and it's going to be a foul on Mateus Bender. It's a little bit of slight desperation foul there.
Matias Bender is one of those players that keep the ball in his feet and then he hides the ball, and so sometimes it's not that he provokes the fouls, but just creates the right situation to always be fouled, like it happened there again.
Yeah. And you're going to see Lane line up for a free kick here. It looks like they're going to try to play deep into the box. Use their. Lane has a clear size advantage.
Yeah, I would say so.
Brenner on the ball. Try to curl it back post, and Jordan Jones almost gets ahead to it. Dotson on it at the top of the box. Takes a touch back. Waits a little swing. Ooh, looks to take the defender on. The defender with it. Ismo with a one touch. He's going to snapped out by the defender. And NCU plays it one time on the counter. He can get by the goalie, and he takes a touch almost by the keeper. Super takes a massive chance here to come out and get that ball at the almost the center circle. But Lane will escape any unnecessary giveaways or of goals there. And Isma's just going to play it behind Raul Segoviano. Number 17, good to see 7 back on the field. 17 looks to play a beautiful ball over the top into the forward feet. Great chest down. Oh, just off, and he'll be judged offsides. The good thing is NCU has shown some serious moments of promise. That was a beautiful ball by number 17 over the defense right into the forward's chest. Dotson turns, plays it wide to Tweeden. And Segoviano's going to find Mora's feet. Mora plays a beautiful ball into that wide channel to Deion Jones, which, just barely gets away from him. 23 tracks back to defend, looks to play it wide. Segoviano's going to take a touch, find Mora's feet. Mora takes a touch into the gap. He's going to hold it up. As we enter the 83rd, and slide, and it's going to be judged to corner. It'll be in the 83rd. What you'll start to see is more players taking their time, looking to just kind of hold the ball up and possess around the box.
Yeah.
And kind of run the clock out in this game.
Yeah, with 7 minutes to go plus added time, it's time for putting everyone on the field. And so we have also a substitution of the goalkeepers, and now it's Yayo, which actually is also a player from NCU, the one that is going to be in the goal for Lane United.
17, Anthony Macchioni.
And number 17, Anthony Macchioni, is going to be subbed.
Maybe, but he's still on the box.
Yeah, no, he's still
I
on
can
the box.
see him there, so I'm not
Now
sure.
a substitution, but it doesn't look like he's being subbed yet.
I mean, I don't want to sub
also
my
a corner.
forward in a corner kick.
It's also a corner
right
kick.
there.
And, Macchioni almost gets to it, and it's going to be punched out by the keeper.
That might be one of the things.
But that'd be judged a goal kick.
Also exiting the field for Lane County, Lane United Football Club was number 18, Jose Luis Subitras. Entering number 1 goalkeeper, Yayo Oliveira.
And we've just had a keeper change. Yayo Oliveira going to enter the field and finish out this game. The last, what do you think, about 2-3 minutes of extra time?
Yeah, probably a couple of minutes.
Probably a couple minutes.
I hope so.
So we're looking at maybe get a solid 7-8 minutes in the field, hopefully. And solid performance.
Now, yes, now Macchioni is out of the game with 3 goals.
And we'll see Sanad El Ghane. Not pretty sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I apologize. But we'll get this figured out and iron out any wrinkles over the season.
With 3 beacons entering the field.
Header brought down by NCU, and NCU looks to, number 11 looks to attack the wing. Right into the channel. Not getting very much support. Beats 2 players with 1 move, and hard tackle by Hassani Dotson. Strong tackle there. And clean.
Yep.
And Jacob Dilk going to take a touch there, his first touches of the game, and play a long ball. Jordan Jones a little bit behind him. The ball's going to roll out for a throw-in. Also, when we see slight change in the defensive guard, Jacob Thilk and Kyle Smith come in. Then we see Deion Cox lead the field, and Deion Jones as well. And to make a full cycle of the defensive guard, we see Sam Tweeden lead the field, who's also had a solid match. It'll be interesting to see what our defensive pairings turn out as the season progresses. But as far as our first showing, Deion Cox and Sam Tweeden looks pretty solid back there.
Yes, but I would say that the thing, you have to be satisfied on the overall performance of the team, and you have always to think overall on the team. But defensively, the 2 center backs haven't been challenged enough, and neither the 2 fullbacks, I would say. But sometimes it's because you are playing the right way, and that might be the case today.
Yeah.
But they are going to have much more challenging situations very, very soon, probably next week already.
This is true. Over the next few weeks, they'll really see some teams that can match up to their ability.
Yeah.
But as you pointed out a lot consistently, Iñaki, in the first half, the inability for NCU to cope with exactly doing what not doing what Lane United was doing, what they were accomplishing with their tactical maneuvers, having Chubbs drop back in between the two center backs and playing almost a 3-back as the wing backs were allowed to get free up those wide channels.
Yeah.
And throwing for NCU. Strong by Bender. Morgan playing down the line. Touched by God and into Jordan Jones, and keeper's going to come out and snap it up.
Now, I think it's number 14. Yeah, number 14 for NCU is having a real battle against Jordan Jones. And, you know, if you look at the two of them, Jordan Jones is much stronger, much bigger, but number 14 is just doing his best. And I think he's containing
Jordan
him
Jones almost
right well. But
as you see, just get away from Jordan Jones there, a little touch.
And that I think that's something that everyone has to look at. You know, regardless of those kind of features, if you want to compete, you are going to compete against every single player.
Give away by number 7 in the backfield, who switched to a right back position. But we've seen him play left mid, right mid, and no right back. Who seemed to have pace, but seemed a little reluctant to attack those defenders one-on-one as we saw in the first half, and second we're seeing him drop back to
and the same thing we have said about Lane United. Everything was clicking offensively. Pretty much not much was clicking offensively for NCU, so it's just difficult to play a good game when you are just not keeping possession and doing the things that allow you to be in the positions that you can be effective. And I think number 7 for NCU has been penalized also because of that.
And Yaya going to take a few touches. Play it up to Bender. Oh, that's Kyle Thiel. I apologize. Jacob Thiel. And a shot from Vicente Mora, just going to go high and wide.
Vicente Mora, he takes his shots.
Yeah,
he's not shy of taking shots either. So
I'm not mad at that. You know, leading 4-0 in almost the 90th minute. I mean, he had the right idea. He's looking to pick out that corner.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, we'll see how.
Probably Jordan Jones is feeling different about that play in any case.
Hey, I mean, after that Ismael Fernandez shot, I was inspired as well. I'd be taking shots from there too.
Okay. Okay.
And Segoviano going to take a touch. And
I would
Dotson,
say if I am Jordan Jones and I want to be a vital part of this team, seriously, I'm telling my middies and the wingers, hey, give me one more chance, because I think that's what he's feeling. So just communicate and produce one more chance so I can put this ball in the net today.
And
Kaminsky, number 4, is
Nick
the
Kaminsky.
one. Yeah,
a little battle in the midfield. He's making his presence felt. And Bender again with a strong win. Finds Jordan Jones' feet. Jordan with the turn. Find Bender back. Bender's going to keep the ball a little too close to his feet. And Moore's going to win it back. Try to dribble between two. Still fighting. And it's going to be judged a foul.
Yeah, but
United for NCU.
You know, the shots by Mora and that last play, so, you know, it's in minute 90, you know. But what is different right now, the difference is that there is no enough wide options for Lane United. You know, they are trying to go middle, and unfortunately, soccer is not that easy. You still have to play wide, and then you put in the ball in the box again, and you make the forwards do their job. If you play the ball centrally too soon,
and
it's too late.
That will be the game. That'll be the match. As we see the match come to a close, a strong performance by Lane United as they beat NCU 4-0. We saw a beautiful hat trick from Anthony Macchione and a very, very intricate and dazzling performance, if you will, from Matt Coffey, showing his prowess and distribution and vision. Iñaki, what do you look forward to with this Lane United team, seeing what they could potentially do if they figure out how to pull together link-up play and find their forward feet?
Yeah. I'm looking forward for more competition, more teams that are gonna, put the Lane United on their toes, and just looking forward to that. But as you mentioned, the first half and the first game plan worked very well for Lane United in the first half.
And shortly after the match, we'll stay tuned here. We'll have an interview with head coach Lane United, John Gallus, and get his reflections on the match after a strong performance from Lane United. As we all get to learn, we have some returning players who've shown their prowess, and we get to learn some new names. Again, great performance by Matt Coffey. Beautiful hat trick by Anthony Macchioni, and a wonder strike, a golazo.
Oh yes.
From Isma Fernandez from about 25-30 out, which will be 40 by tomorrow.
Yes, and Isma Fernandez and Vicente Mora, they landed yesterday night. After flying from Spain, so it's great for them. It's good for the people that is happy to have them back for Lane United, and then good positive energy for the Reds.
So thanks for staying with us, and tune in next match. And I'll leave you with interview with John Gallus.
Just head down to the yellow line once Keeler brings it over.
Cool.
Yeah. This is like one of the things, like, I wish we had highlights so that you could just like go over highlights and shit.
Would be dope. Yeah, if you can, that'd be fucking awesome. Also, I mean, it's a little wet as we come together. We can also like formulate notes and actually have points that we want to talk about in the game as well.
Are you sure there is no space for one player?
There's not enough space. I don't know what they're doing with one player. He just said John for now. I think we're gonna do players like as the season goes on.
Gotcha.
Iñaki,
Are you gonna interview?
Sí, si me dejan, sí.
You got it?
But allow me to give me the. So I have to go there, right?
Yeah. Just go down to the yellow text line.
Yeah. You want to just give me this.
Just turn that on.
Just hey, give me a thumbs up. I'll give you a thumbs up for this.
And I'm sorry, man. Remember your name? Greg. Sorry, Greg. Hey, Greg. Thanks, man. Great work.
No problem.
Good work with you.
I got one note for you. Be a little bit more excited.
Okay, all right.
You have a very monotone type of voice, just like have some more emotion into it. I have the same problem too.
Yes,
Appreciate it. Hey, see you next match, man.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
You need this jacket, Iñaki, or I'll put it on?
Oh, jeez. Chair going by.
The yellow lines.
Yeah, they're coming right down there. Hopefully he turns on the mic. Turn on the mic.
Hola. ¿En
Hola,
español?
John.
Hola,
¿En
¿qué
español?
tal? Sí, no.
Sí. No.
Un poco. Okay. I'm on camera. Get out of the way.
So, what are your impressions about this first game of the season?
I'm obviously pleased with Macchioni with 3 goals. You could see he has some quality in front of goal around the net. As a team, I thought we got a little casual. We knew we could attack, and we got a little, maybe too direct at times. We're trying to just go. So we told them to play side to side a bit more. We were careless in possession at times. But overall, I think 4-0. I thought we controlled the game well. I thought we had the right mentality going into the game, and we played everybody. So that was a good test for us.
You prove different combinations in the midfield, right? Moving the players in different positions. What things are you more pleased from those kind of combinations you tried in the game?
I think Jaime and Binder are very similar in their work ethic and their movement off the ball. So we needed to look at a different combination with Mora in there and then putting Binder back in with Mora. We had to look at Hassani a little deeper for Casey, if that's an option as a 6. But overall, I'm really pleased with our midfield. I think we have a lot of different exciting combinations. We can play in a variety of systems, I think, with this personnel. We don't have Joel in yet. We don't have some of the other players that can really compete in that midfield. So I think it's going to give us some ideas and maybe how to deal with, with Calgary, how to defend against Sounders when we need different looks. So I was pleased to see a little bit from everybody tonight.
Last question. Now, what is the game? No, what is the plan for this next week of training? Thinking on the next 2 games in Canada, to start the season.
Calgary beat TSS 4-3 at home tonight, so we know obviously TSS can go on the road and score goals. So we're gonna look on the defensive side of things on the road, tighten things up against a very good team. So we're gonna focus on the defensive side of the ball and then taking care of it as well. And we got to get some more bodies in. We have some center backs coming in this week, so we got to implement them. But we really got to shore things up defensively and make sure we don't concede on the road.
Okay, great performance. I think the audience was happy with the 4 goals, and thank you and good luck for the next of the season. We will see soon.
I was happy Isma scored too.
Yeah, that was a golazo. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Yo.